Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush video. So I really do want to get back into making Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush weekly episode reviews and going over the summaries whenever a large batch drops. That's kind of my goal now that I've kind of moved into a new place here, and so that's what we are definitely going to be bringing back to the channel as Go Rush enters its third arc, if you will. And a couple of days ago, we got the summaries for episodes 29, 30, and 31, and the title, a very exciting title for episode 32. So if you do not want any spoilers when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, now is the time to click off this video. 3, 2, 1, let's begin. So episode 29, which is the upcoming episode this week, is Ccapacappuuu, which is obviously a reference to the Flintstones. Studio Bridge always trying to make references to, actual media, and this is not anything new that they're doing. Ccapacappuuu, reference to the Flintstones, Yabba Dabba Doo. At Asuka's request, Yuhi and Yuumu go to the riverside to look for a complainer. There, they find the complainer, Glot Ishida, doing rock balancing with Yugioh. When the rock pile is knocked over because of vibrations, Ishida decides to go to plane to Asaka, so Yugioh tries to stop Ishida with a duel. So the character looks very caveman-like. I'll show him on screen. We know what he looks like because of the episode 29 preview at the end of the past episode 28 airing, and I don't really expect too much from this. I think we're gonna be kind of doing more joke fun episodes until we get to the real crux of this arc, which is probably going to be the Great King of Terror. I think that's the most interesting plot right now in Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, and I think it's definitely the plot that they are going to be focusing on the most in this arc, and perhaps even beyond this arc, with Rovian and her bandits kind of out of the way, for now at least. So Yugioh is probably going to get a nice early season win here, and as these arcs usually tend to be, it's starting a little slower in terms of the main plot, not necessarily in a bad way, just in a way that they're not going to focus on the main point of the arc yet. They're going to do some more world building and character developing, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So episode 30 is titled Festival Queen. UTS's dinner table is loaded with a mountain of curry breads. It seems that Yuumu, who's always on the hunt for promotion campaigns, is targeting some plates that can be obtained by collecting the stickers that come with the curry breads. However, when Yuumu brings the stickers to the bakery, she learns that the plates are out of stock. So she decides to go complain to the manager, but as it turns out, ... And that is episode 30. So I imagine Yuumu is going to be probably dueling someone here, a mystery character. Based on the final sentence, it's probably a character that we know. Maybe the manager is going to be that girl that we keep seeing. Actually, in episode 28, they just rescued her cats. We don't know this girl's name. She was in a bunch of the ending shots when the ending first debuted back in episode 1 or episode 2. So, I've just theorized about her so much that she is going to be this important character, but I don't actually know if she's ever going to be a duelist or if we're ever going to have a formal introduction of her, and rather they're just going to keep her as a background gag character. So that's someone that maybe Yuumu will be dueling. Another thought that I have is maybe the whole bakery theme here is in reference to Void Bagels that Yugioh just opened up in episode 28, which was one of the funniest scenes from episode 28. So maybe this is going to be Yugioh or Mitsuko or Kawaii Tell. Probably not Kawaii Tell. Probably just Yugioh or Mitsuko if they go that route. And while I can't really see Yuumu dueling Yugioh, I feel like that would be a very big duel, and it would feel kind of weird to have a duel of that magnitude just kind of shoved in here in episode 30, which seems mostly like a joke episode. Maybe she'll duel Mitsuko. There is a little bit of a history there between the two of them. They already know of each other, so maybe this won't necessarily be a brand new character. I don't think it will be a new character, but we'll see. I guess my best guess is either that girl that keeps showing up working the odd jobs in the ending, or Mitsuko. Those are probably my two best guesses. But just like you, he got the win in 28. I think Yugioh will win in 29. I think Yuumu will get her win here in 30. And like they tend to do, the main 3 characters here will get their wins very early on in this arc before the duels become maybe a little more unpredictable. Episode 31 is titled Remote Rush Duel. According to Rovian's space poems and the prophecy of Kamos the Hat Alien, the Great King of Terror will be attacking soon. Mutsuba Heavy Machinery is holding a meeting to decide on a countermeasure against this threat, but is then contacted by Ron out of nowhere. In order to decide who will be in charge of combating the Great King of Terror, Ron and Asuka begin a remote rush duel. And I do need to read the title of episode 32 because, ladies and gentlemen, the title of episode 32, The Great King of Terror Attacks. So I know it's felt maybe like a bit of a slow burn here early on, with 27 being the Meeg-chan episode, 28 was Asaka versus Yuhi, and 29 and 30 seem like, especially 29, seem like they're going to be more comedic-focused episodes. 31 and then 32, we are getting thrown right into hell, which I am super excited for. So obviously, the Great King of Terror is going to be making his official move in literally just a few weeks. I believe episode 32 is set to air November 6th. So the first episode of next month is going to really kick off this massive moment that the whole town and the whole underground alien residential area has been anticipating and planning for a long time now, including Rovian, including her bandits. They knew that this Great King of Terror was coming. Even Yugioh, to a degree. You know, is this character the character that started the war on Velgears? It very well could. I'm still of the belief that the Great King of Terror could be the Luke variant, maybe even some sort of evil version of the Luke Man. I kind of want it to be a new character, although if it is the Luke variant, I think I would honestly be okay with that. The 2 big variants that we are still waiting on is Luke and Nail. Can't really see this being the Nail variant, but the Luke variant, I think, would be super interesting. As for the duel between Asaka and Ron, I do not believe Ron has any chance of winning this. We know she is not a good duelist. And on top of that, Asaka does not actually have a win yet. She lost to Yuhi in 28 in that really weird, unique duel that was very goofy. It was very nice what the UTS-8 were doing for Yuhi, you know, dressing up as the monsters because he didn't have his duel disc. While it was a big win for Yuhi, I think this could act as a pretty big win for Asuka, and I think she kind of just needs this win way more than Ron. And honestly, she's the more interesting character than Ron. She just is. I want to see her get this win. I want to see her officially take control of combating the Great King of Terror. I just think it's way more compelling having the Asana variant leading the way against this behemoth of a creature and a villain versus the Ronze variant and versus Ron. Didn't really like Ron's debut episode all that much. And I didn't really like her character all that much. I think Asaka is a more interesting character, and so I think that's going to be a good episode for her and a good win for her, hopefully, right before the Great King of Terror attacks. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what's coming up here. The least excited episodes, probably 29. I think 29 looks kind of goofy. UDS versus this Flintstones character. I mean, it could be funny. It could be kind of cool, but you know, I'm more excited to see the Yuumu-focused episode, and of course, when the King of Terror actually starts becoming the focal point, which seems like it's going to happen in 31 and then officially in 32. But guys, let me know your thoughts on this arc so far, and please let me know any theories you have on the Great King of Terror, some things you want to see, and any predictions you have. Do you think Yuumu is going to be dueling Mitsuko, or do you think she will be dueling a different character, maybe one that we haven't seen before? Let me know your thoughts on that down below. Thank you guys all so much for watching. A special thank you to my Platinum tier patron, Panther J, to my Diamond tier patrons, Jesse Wood and Latrell Smith, and to my Egyptian God tier patrons, Ccapacappuuu, Syn Cloud, and Kyle. Thank you to everyone who is a patron of mine or a YouTube channel member. You guys help me out tremendously. You help out the channel tremendously. And be sure to check out my YouTube channel membership feature and my Patreon for more channel exclusive perks. Be sure to check out my channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime content. I also stream over on Twitch. The link for that channel will be in the description. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you in the comments, and I hope you have an amazing day.